Do not complain about my mouth, that's my asset. My mouth is my weakness, it is also my strength. My mouth is not a problem. It cannot bring down the country, President Duterte told police officers in Cagayan de Oro City yesterday. Responding to criticisms that he is not behaving like a statesman, Duterte said he does not care if he is unpopular in other countries as long as he fulfills his mandate to serve the Filipino people. I am just as Multown Mayor, Nimitas Rural Inibertu Kakorsan statesmanship, and I'd not intend tobion and just plainly, if I could call the mayor, I'd be happy because at that most my appalatushan never mind if I'm unpopular there in Europe I not pro-Europe I am just the president of the Philippines, just the Philippines, head. Duterte, known for his tough and often foul talk, said he never applied to be a statesman and he does not intend to be one. I applied as President of the Philippines, and I was elected, he said. With regard to a statesman, I don't know how he would dress, I do not even know how he would open a statement. But what I know is that I have to serve the greater interest of the Filipino people. The president also justified his tough words for the European Union and other groups that lecture him about human rights. The EU has asked Duterte to investigate and stop the extra-legal killing of suspected drug personalities. Duterte responded by saying FKU and claimed that the regional bloc is hypocritical for lecturing on him while maltreating migrants. I cursed because one would think that with all the pontification and every word that they utter, they like it to be treated as an ex cathedra thing, the president said. Kung sila marunong, tayo binababoy, while they may appear knowledgeable, we are being bastardized, he added. Duterte nearly cursed the EU again yesterday, but managed to hold back. We will only aspire for one nation, I will not obey the unreasonable mandates of whatever from EU. EUD, he said, not completing the Spanish term for bastard. Investors not turned off by invectives. Senator Ralph Recto expressed belief that the president's cursing would not affect investment. He said hard-nosed investors are attracted by incentives, and are not repelled by invectives, and they go to where money can be made, like the Philippines with an irresistible large market of over 100 million consumers. He also said the president's colorful language is not a risk to be managed. Trading does not stop because the president has again thrown a tantrum. The leader of the land where they'll be sinking their money in can drop F-bombs for all they care. In search for the almighty prophet, throughout human history, merchants march with soldiers to war, often ahead of mercenaries, Recto said. What isn't polite to investors are the abrupt changes in rules. What is inelegant language to them are the rules of red tape, he added. Recto also believes investors are not complaining about Duterte's bad language but are angry over traffic congestion, weak infrastructure, and slow internet. And it is fortunate that the economy rests on strong fundamentals and numbers that matter are healthy so far. Investors, he said, can live with a president who constantly curses for as long as government policies are consistent, and contracts, except fraudulent ones, are honored. They can live with a president who predictably swears for as long as the rules of business are predictable, the senator said. He said for as long as Duterte's verbal tirades do not metamorphose into official state policy, no great harm is done, except maybe to our sensitive ears. But Recto said there is a need to boost the Philippines' global tourism PR drive to negate the bad press the country is getting. He noted the current setup of damage control where cabinet members grab the nearest microphone every time the president says something of shock value, in order to reassure the nation and the world that existing policies remain and current treaties are not rescinded. We can only be thankful that after the president's regular shock and awe show, cabinet members already know the drill, and come out with fire hoses ready, Recto said. But Recto noted that those close to Duterte should remind him that good statecraft requires the discipline of carefully choosing the right words for the right occasion. Camarines Sur Representative Luis Raymond Villafuerte also urged Duterte's critics to give him a chance to do his job and achieve his goal of real change. Hepatitis Superrated a Coral Filipinos Transcender Personal Patay de Interests and support the Presidencial Dispon stops. Lawlessness on part generational poverty. It would be the height of irony if the Philippines goes bust at the end of the Duterte presidency just because we Filipinos did not believe as much as foreign institutions did that we can do it, he added.